Hello, everybody. If you're hopping in here and you can hear me, let me know. Um, so that hopefully this is working right. You will be seeing that I'm actually somewhere different. I am in the living room right now. Um, hold on. Okay, yeah. So, anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. Now, before we get too started, I'm going to post a comment so that everybody knows where the video is that we're talking about, where my other channel is. So if you're just coming to this, don't forget the video we're talking about is going to be pinned in the comments. We're talking about the Chandler Halderson video on my main channel. There's also a link to the main channel on there so that you can sub to that if you want to. You don't have to. And let me see how this works here. So there's that, and then we are going to pin the message. There we go. Okay. So, hello, Anna. Hey, Rotary. Hey, Prince Charming. Hey, Chris. Hey, Tia. Hey, Erica. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Sandy. What's up? And Tia, I was like, should I even go live? Because like right now, people might be watching another video. But it was like one of those things where I'm like, well, now's the time to do it if I can type things. So I was like, I want to go live. So I'm sorry, but thank you for pausing me on another thing to come over and say hey. And I'm going to do a totally other live talk about the berry because some of the comments in that berry video that I'm reading so far, I'm just like, yes, I didn't think about this, or yes, that's a good point. So we're going to totally do another live about that, not tonight or whatever. Yes, Tia, y'all, we are reporting live from the damn sofa. We are back to our roots here tonight, y'all. We are back to our damn roots. I am. Hey, Chrissy. Hey, Cunning. I am feeling better. You know what? Today I feel good. So basically, I just have bouts of tiredness that'll come up. So like I went to the gym yesterday. I went walking this morning. I've had a lot of errands like that kind of stuff going on these last few days. And so they'll be like, I mean, I don't really have time this week. Regardless, I'll get super tired, but no, like I'm probably feeling better than I have in a long time. So yeah, this is the sofa. Let me show you all this before we do this, okay? Now, again, if you're not into live chats and you're not going to like this, because this is my time to come and say, hey, to Sofa Squad, all that kind of stuff. If you like my just, edited stuff or whatever, just that's on the other channel. I get it. I'm not, a live chat person myself. Where did oh, it's on the cover. Okay. Y'all, I don't know if you can see this. Okay. Oh, I might mess the thing up. Hold on. I don't want to mess the damn sofa up. Lord. Watch this. And in fact, I want to see what I look like. A new level of laziness will be obtained if I can go live and do this. Yeah, look at how far it goes back. Y'all probably can see it. It's zero gravity. Okay. I'm literally facing it. I'm like this. Hi. Oh my goodness. Now watch this. Absolutely love that. I'll just fall. Y'all would literally tune in. This will be me. I'd be like, me, 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 me. So we won't do that. It's tempting though. So anyways, right. Thank you, Rotary. I appreciate it. Hey, Colleen, how's it going? Um, so yeah, so welcome to the damn sofa. Hey, Kelly, how's it going? I could do the thing on the ceiling. The only thing about this, okay, so I like to sleep on the sofa a lot. It's like this thing I have about not wanting to actually admit that I'm tired and go to sleep. It's very weird, I know. Um, you can't on this like turn on your side. You have to lay in your back. And I'm like a side sleeper because of the way it does. It doesn't go flat out like a recliner. It does like a zero gravity thing. So it's a little bit odd. I would probably not get one like this again. Um, but definitely, if just to sit here and watch it, but I spent a lot of time on the sofa. Okay, let's just be honest about that. We're not going to try and make it something that's not. Okay, we're just gonna be real damn honest. So I'm pulling up my Chandler thing. Oh, Catherine. Yeah, if y'all haven't, for what like I don't know what's going on, but like a lot of people are like rediscovering the Loin Fire series that I did, and I'm loving seeing people like laughing again over this whatever. Yo, I had too much fun doing that. Hey Regina, I had too much fun doing that. It's so cringy. I am actually right now, I was sitting here working on a new video. Not spoiler alert, but I'll tell you the new one I'm working on that'll come out probably next Tuesday. And it's going to maybe be a short one because it is kind of short and to the point. Okay, so a lot of people are like, Paul, look at the new Zalima footage of when they go to the house to get the truck or whatever, Alex's truck. It's a short clip, right? Not a short clip. It's maybe 10 minutes. Yo, I watched that and I was like, oh, hell no. Okay. I couldn't believe the small interaction. I was like, no, I didn't already like her to begin with or trust her. 100% not anymore. 100%. 100. I saw what I needed to see. Hey, look out. Um, and so now it made me in this rabbit hole of looking at other video clips of like, why is everyone in this case so nonchalant about the children, right? Because in that thing, if you've watched it, Slim basically like, I don't have anything to hide. They're always covering their tracks. It's always about them. And I'm just like, hello, at this point in time when that video was done, body cam footage, they were still like, please call Lori. We want to just see the children a picture or something. Anyways, that's a whole other video. Okay, so I'm pulling up the Chandler thing. Y'all, this damn thing right here. And you know what? A lot of you mentioned this in the comment sections. A lot of y'all mentioned this in the comment sections about Jennifer Pan, and I started going down that damn rabbit hole. That's a whole other one. I might do a video on that at some point. A lot of people have already done it. But I might do it again just because I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. So let me get to this video on YouTube so I can look at the comments. Not analytics. Where are we at? YouTube. Chris, I was talking about Tylee and JJ, the Daybell Vallow case. Okay, let's go to the top comments. Let's try that first. Everybody showed a lot of love for his parents, first of all, which I like that. Hey, Stacy, because it's horrifying what happened, right? I see what you're saying, Chris. Yeah. What kids? Yeah. Somebody here talking about what's going on with the parental killings, all that kind of stuff or whatever. So okay, so there's that. Okay, this one came up or whatever, and I didn't put this in there, but several people threw this in there, which I was like, thank you for saying this. And hold on, I am gonna try and get comfy in the damn sofa. Hey Peggy, what's up? Hey Rain. Okay. Y'all, we're back to our roots. I absolutely love this. Hey Loretta. Okay. So Chandler's uncle, and so anyone just joining, I'm reading comments from the Chandler video, and I'm just getting to them now. Chandler's uncle, his dad's brother Brad, was a retired police officer and has suggested to Chandler about checking with the neighbors about the Ring cameras. Chandler's parents were pretty frugal. He didn't do much beyond play video games, hang with his girlfriend, tell some lies to his schoolwork. Pardon me. He had not even considered the cameras being in existence in the neighborhood. Pardon me. So yeah, and a couple other people mentioned this about the dad saying, or the uncle saying to go check the video cameras, and 100%. I think that would be a logical thing. Like if your parents or somebody went missing in this capacity in a neighborhood like this, next thing you're going to do is we'll just ask the neighbors about Ring cam footage. You know what I'm saying? I would be doing the same thing. What makes this so damn cringy is seeing how he twisted it around, because obviously we know what happened, right? So he's going there and getting all up in it with these neighbors and stuff, and it's like, oh my God. I mean, there's just like, it's so creepy to know that they had the psycho killer on their porch or in their house. Remember the woman who let him come in, to the house or whatever? I'm not downing her for that. I mean, any neighbor would, right? I mean, his parents are missing, for God's sakes. But that part right there where it's like, oh my God, he's going to go around this. Because my thought process is this is the catch-22 he was in. So I try and put myself in his shoes. I know that's crazy, but so he's sitting here. He knows what he did. His uncle's saying, go check the Ring cameras. And that would be a logical thing if your parents were legitimacy, right? But nonetheless, it's going to make him look even more guilty. But once that was said, he can't not do it, because then it's almost like, well, why aren't you looking? You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, this is where he didn't think this through whatsoever. Obviously, I mean, this is a no-brainer, right? Okay, so let's keep going. One person said they had to dip out 100%. So this person saying, whereas Krista and Bart sounded like incredible parents, he didn't even appreciate what he had. He can probably be more productive staring at a gray wall than trying to be a victim to anyone unfortunate to speak to him. Yeah, I mean, this guy, 100% perpetual victim all the time. Hey, Rosie, Raven, how's it going? It's good seeing all these names in here. Oh, you got a Pat Kelly. I love it. Yeah, he had he could care less about his parents, anything they did for him, or anyone else for that matter. Now, I hope I see some comments, but we'll get to it in a second. Okay, let's see. I watched this trial at my seat. Defense was terrible. Yeah, so, okay, let's talk about the defense, right? Because a lot of people were like, the defense was terrible. This is what I thought of the defense. I thought that basically they had nothing to work with, right? Like, literally zero, right? I mean, it was so obvious he was guilty. Who knows what he told them behind the scenes, right? I mean, maybe he admitted to them that he did it. I don't know. But then why would they have gotten up there and said he did not kill his parents? There's no telling what he told them. I felt like the defense was just going through the things. I felt like they were allowing maybe some people to get some training in with, objection here and this and that and practice questioning, because it was almost like, I mean, honestly, I don't know why he didn't plead guilty. Why would you want to go through the humiliation being up there on the stand and doing all that, right? I can't, I don't know why he didn't plead guilty. Okay, so I'm going to keep going here. Okay. Okay, here we go. OMG, I've been watching this court case. It's almost exactly like the Joel Guy Jr. case. Okay, if you did not watch the Joel Guy Jr. case, that one, it's hard to watch. I mean, it was just as grotesque in its own way, right? It was bad. And so this person's comparing it to what I did in the video too. I mean, yeah, so total psycho. He was using the fireplace to burn his parents' heads. I can't get past that either. This is so horrific, but the scariest thing is how this monster shows absolutely no remorse and was just trying to get on his life like nothing. Yes, 100%. Because remember when he made the list up and he was like, move your stuff upstairs, get a job, do this. And I'm thinking to myself, why didn't we do this before? I mean, if it was that easy to do, because the amount of energy he put into not getting a job was insane, right? And so that's where I'm just like, why now? Like, I mean, come on. And then I'm thinking, you do realize what you just did to your parents, and you just think you're going to go get a job. God knows he didn't have any qualifications. I mean, where, I'm saying, he was just going to get some whatever kind of job. He won't get a job, basically, is what I'm getting at. That part, but I mean, I guess we want to understand because we want to be doing something like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's keep going. I love this one. I watched this trial. What an egotistical little worm he is. I just love that. He was a little worm. I mean, 100%. He looked like this type. Like if you did spend the night, like if you were like, high school, whatever age kids are that they do spend nights with their friend, you could wake up and he would be gnawing on your arm, and that would be like normal. You wouldn't be surprised by it, right? Anyways, of course he thought he'd get away with it. He was spoiled and coddled. He definitely was. His parents, I'm not blaming them for this, but I mean, definitely they spoiled him. He was coddled, and he didn't use that to his benefit. He didn't use that privilege, if you want to call it, or whatever, to better himself. Look at his brother. His brother probably had the same treatment, and his brother was doing fine, right? So that's the part that blows my mind. I just think that, and we'll get to this comment because I saw it, but somebody was asking, and I don't remember this part, but I mean, did they not do some kind of psychological thing on him? Because I mean, oh my God. I mean, he seems like his speech pattern, something like, and somebody else mentioned something about opioids or something, because I almost was like, either something's up with him. I mean, obviously psychologically, right? Either something's up with him on that level, or is there a substance abuse problem that we don't know? But I figured that would come out in court, right? So I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna keep reading. Um, this is a good one that brings up another good conversation. Um, if there was an award for best opening statement by a prosecutor in a murder trial, it would be awarded to that team. 100%. Y'all, that if you have not watched the opening statements in that, and really throughout the trial, please hold while I do my Canadian dry. Zero sugar. Um, it was amazing. It was amazing. Um, I love ginger ale, y'all. Absolutely love it. Okay, hold on a minute. Yeah, Adji, I hope I'm saying your name right. The judge in this case restored my faith in judges 100%. Hey, checking convictions. How's it going? Loretta, you're saying pills. I got a vibe of something like that because remember, look at how different he looked when he was in court. Now, mind you, had the mask on, but when he was in the interview, he didn't look good at all. You know what I'm saying? He's a wiry little thing to begin with, right? Um, pardon me, but I just got the vibe that something was going on there, substance abuse, something like that. Anyways, okay, let's keep going. Let's see here. This person brings up another interesting one. What's that? Oh, let's see the groups. Okay, sorry. I got a thing on my phone. I always wish I could see inside these people's heads. 100%, right? I think that's what brings us like a lot or attracts us to some of these cases is that psychological component to it, wanting to figure out the why, that dynamic. Also, I mean, for me, it does. Also, the dynamic of feeling like I don't even know if it's psychological, but like in this case, oh, thanks, Rosie. I appreciate it, Rosie. I love your little stickers and your support. Thank you very much. Um, like looking at Kristen Bart and being like, oh my God, like those poor parents, the things that they probably saw right before they lost their lives, like that dynamic of it is so depressing to me. And I mean, I shouldn't want to. Oh, hold on. We got a little star here. We got a little say hello. It's feeding time, and so he's very excited about this. Is a very serious time at the household right now. Um, so yeah, those parts are very just interesting to me or whatever. So I kind of lost my thought. Roscoe's probably gonna run off. Roscoe, say hey to everybody. Okay, I wish I could say. This one's a very true one. So, and also, this person who commented made us new emojis for the other channel, for the members and stuff like that. So, very cute. Thank you, Carrie. Um, and she says here, when are these lazy people going to realize that getting away with murder requires actual physical labor? Amen, sister. Amen. We're going to talk about it in a second, but amen. A concept they are not aware of. You said it probably reminds me of Joel Guy Jr. I mean, that one family photo of him wearing a neck brace, I just can't. Yeah, y'all, the photos of this guy, Chandler, with the neck brace on, I was like, I cannot with this, y'all. I was like, I cannot with this. This is really testing me. This is really testing me, right? I was like, come on, people. This is what blows my mind. I think it is completely prevalent in this one. It's not funny, but I'm just thinking about the neck brace picture because I was like, what a jack. You know what? I was like, that's 100% what this kid is. Let's see here. Fuzzy Doxy. Can you just imagine it? Oh my God. Thank you, Fuzzy Doxy, first of all, for the support. And I super chat. I greatly appreciate it. And I can't imagine. This is what kept going through my head with that. She slept feet away from the fireplace. I could never. This is my whole thing. We're gonna sidestep this and then come back to Carrie's comment because it brings up so much. Pardon me. Hey, Jennifer. Hey Swan Song, what's up? Hey Izzy, hey Toothy, um, hey Mary, hey Ink Panther, hey Stephanie. Um, okay, so I used to. There was this girl that lived in a complex that I lived at one point, and she had gone to a party, and I was not at this party. This is what we were told. And she had a skirt on, and they had candles, and it caught the skirt on fire. And then trying to get it off and all this, like she caught on fire, and like the skirt like stuck to her and burned her very severely. Um, so knowing her, seeing her every day, and then understanding like she was in the hospital for a while, she survived. She ended up having like braces on her arms and stuff like that, burn therapy type stuff, burned her hair off, all this kind of stuff. It was so um but traumatizing, you know what I'm saying? To be like, oh my god, we all felt sick for her, right? To know someone and be close to them and all that kind of stuff, and then be like I'm looking at our fireplace right now, and then being like, her head was in that fireplace. I can't. I cannot, right? And the stuff they found in it, I was like, oh my god, it was so horrible. Oh my god. So anyways, there's that side stuff. So let's keep going. Chandler, I 100%. And somebody was saying that he was supposed to go to the dump to dump the remains, but it was closed, and so that kind of was like, oh my god. But I mean, you think about what they have to do to cover these crimes up. Think about him and Joel. I mean, Grant was pretty lazy, but I think he had a little bit more energy about it or whatever than these two. But it's just like, yeah, you have to do a whole bunch. You have to cover up. You have to do this. You have to dispose. And maybe at a certain point, they know they're going to get caught. They just give up, right? Maybe, I don't know. They're very lazy. And of course, they're lazy because they don't want to do anything. That's why they end up in this whole scenario, right? It just blows my mind. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to keep going here. Okay, this person says, I think the most disturbing aspect of the case, among the obvious, is how normal Chandler appears and appeared to his parents. Okay, we'll leave it at that because they talk about some of the crime scene photos. Yeah, the thing is, so like, yeah, it's obvious. Like when we sit here and talk about him, he seems a little bit like off, weird, whatever. He was coming off as like regular, like normal to them, right? You know what I'm saying? To know, and I don't think anybody would ever suspect their child of doing something like what he did to them, but just to know that, or not to know, but that was boiling beneath the surface. This is somebody who was being able to play all this stuff off to people around him. He had all these people fooled. Granted, people aren't thinking that this is going to happen, but I mean, he had, internet friends, he had, neighbors, he had his parents, he had all these people. Hey, Raven, how's it going? Um, so that's the part that's so scary. It's like, wow. And then Fuzzy says, "Oh my god, remember the psoriasis bleeding story?" Yeah, I mean, who says that? Like, when the cop asks him, "Well, my dad scratches his psoriasis till it gushes," and I love it. Describe gushing, because I'm just like, I mean, this kid, he's so stupid, right? I mean, so stupid. Okay, so I'm just reading through. So anybody who just joined, a couple of things. I'm reading through the comments on the Chandler Halderson video. If you haven't watched it and want to watch it later, I pinned the comment in the live chat at the very top, a direct thing to the video and to my other channel if you want to subscribe there. And then if you're from my other channel, don't forget to subscribe to this one because it's like it's the other channel. It's the side chick channel. This person says, "Oh my god, it's just so uncomfortable watching him tell a whole story and literally lying through it all." I mean, amen on that one. When we were watching him in that interview, and we know 100%, like, obviously at this point, that he is lying through his teeth, I was so embarrassed for him. I was like, I cannot. I mean, at a certain point, I was like, just arrest him. I cannot take the secondhand embarrassment because his lies were so bad and so see through and so transparent and just like, I mean, the whole thing of, was there a warrant for, he sounded like damn Zulema, is there a warrant for the thing or whatever? I'm like, yeah, dude, what were they going in the house for? And I'm like, honey, you should know that we're past that at this point, right? So I was just like, I cannot. Okay, let's keep going. Narcissists are dangerous when exposed. Amen, sister. Um, okay, let's see. I'm just going through the trial. Another one about the prosecutor's opening statement. Cannot imagine a child doing this. Parents, me neither. Um, a person who wants their feline to come into the Sofa Squad Club. Absolutely, felines are welcome. Roscoe is honestly, Roscoe's scared of cats. Most cats are bigger than Roscoe. Now, Buster at my feet probably wouldn't like him, but he's not really part of the Sofa Squad now, is he? Okay, let's see here. I did this when I did it. I wonder why he did it, and to take it is really far. Okay, now I haven't found this comment yet, but somebody in these said they were watching a channel that had, what is that guy's name? Andrew, the internet friend who gave him the rifle, on there. And that Chandler was telling Andrew that he wanted to break up with Kat. To anybody, this is ring a bell to anybody see this. If you did, drop it in the damn comments. Because I was like, interesting, because again, this is my thing with people like Chandler. As they get exposed, they wipe people out. Now, he was so stupid, he wasn't gonna, get that far in it. But rest assured, I think he would have ended up taking his girlfriend out if he had to. If he had moved in with her parents and stuff like that at a certain point, he would have taken them out if he had to. I mean, this guy was just void of anything. Okay, so I'm going to keep looking through. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to read through this one. It's kind of a long one. And this person's just asking some, because I think that these are like, what was thinking kind of questions. Do y'all think that Chandler forgot that the dump was closed and that's why he tried to burn them in the fireplace? I mean, I think that's what it was. I think he didn't realize that. Now, I could, I could see myself doing that too. This situation of trying to dispose of bodies, but being like, oh God, it's a holiday and the dump's closed or whatever. One would hope, okay, and think, in a scenario like this, when you are, if you've done this, you're covering up tracks to save your own life at this point, right? You would think that this would be an easy Google search. Is the dump open? But apparently not. Also, did he really not know that his neighbors had ring doorbells, etc.? I mean, he was especially close with some of the neighbors. None of this makes sense, such as burying his father's torso on Chris's farm. It's a terrible decision right there. I mean, I agree. And I mean, I've sat here and literally combed over it, and I'm just like, especially for the neighborhood that he was in, I was like, why? It doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Now, I don't know if it's a matter of he thought about that. I don't think he would have thought about the ring bell situation until after the fact. Why he thought it was a good idea to put the torso on their farm, I will never know. And to leave the stuff he used to dispose of them in their shed. It had crossed my mind that he was trying to set them up, possibly. I have no idea why he thought that would be a good idea and that he would get away with it. I mean, unless he felt like, the only thing I can come up with is that he was like, well, they never really go there. I think he was just like a complete simple-minded person. And I think there's like a part of it of, he was just like, well, they never really will go in there. They won't find it. Again, almost like that I'm invisible. You know how like younger people, they haven't not all younger people, but I mean, I know I was this way where that level of invincibility of, well, it's not going to happen to me or that. I mean, I think he 100% was that way. I mean, look at what he was getting away with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was literally fabricating this entire life and got away with it for quite some time. So, but aspects like this do, flash my mind. But then you also think of other crimes like this. Joel Guy Jr., what was he thinking? of course he was going to get caught. I mean, I guess he was just going to burn the house down. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, come on. And then Grand Amato, like, really? You thought you were going to get away? You thought you were going to frame it on your brother? I mean, come on. That's the part that kind of blows my mind with them. But again, I don't think that these types, and when I say these types, I mean a lot of killers, but especially these Joe Guy Juniors, what's it, Grand Amato, now Chandler. I don't think putting forth much effort is their best attribute, if you will. So that's what I'm getting at. So let me keep reading this person's thing here. They're saying that, so the rest of the comment, they feel sorry for Dulce, Cress, Kat, all the people that were affected by this, the police officers. I mean, imagine these police officers having to go and find, this torso, his mother's legs. I mean, it's really bad. So there's that. Was a keep reading. And here's another good one. This person says, I feel like Cress was so lucky she didn't go and confront Chandler when he was in their woods. I have no doubt he would take her out 100%. 100%, right? I think that he would have totally done that and not thought twice about it. It probably would have eventually. Okay, so I just... Buster, let's see. Let's see here. I had to wait until I have work. Well, I've been done. I'm so excited to watch him. Okay, I'm just reading through the comments to kind of find one that I want to talk about. Okay. This is... Okay, this one's good. So this person says, "Hey Vicky, how's it going? Hey Anna, hey Teresa, hey look out." This is stretching my eyesight right here. So, hey Michelle. Erica, and hello Erica. We haven't gotten to the barbecue smell. We'll get to that though. So this person says, "I love that the detective calmly sat through this dumbass." Just love that word. Because he is a dumbass. That's exactly what he is. I love that the detective calmly said that this dumbass's entire storytelling part of the interview. And when he's done, he just says, "Okay, let's go over this again, but with the truth this time. Because I know everything you said was complete BS." We live for those parts in these cases that we watch, right? Because it was so satisfying. And I mean, Chandler, even that little bit when he's like, "Your parents are no longer here," and he's like, at this point, it's, dude, just don't even try it, right? Don't try. I mean, these cops at this point know they have found his father's torso in the woods where he was at. There's no getting around that he put it there, right? I mean, it is what it is. So there's that. Now, okay, hold on. Did you know that during? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read here. I've gotten lazy. I can pull the roller to me. Okay, did you know that during her live chat, Crash and her chat were going on? Oh, that's so sweet. Vivian says, hey, and hello, Vivian. Hello, did you know that during her live last night, Crash and her chat were going on about how much they would content? That's really sweet. I appreciate that. Thanks for letting me know. I very much enjoy Kresha, and my heart goes out to her and her family member. Well, look at here. Roscoe says hello to Kresha, too, and thank you. He jumped up on the sofa. This is major. He normally does that. He has a little ramp that he has to do and lots of coddling. Okay, so now back up a little bit. Somebody's like, let's talk about the barbecue smell. Y'all, the neighbor, and that's what I'm talking about, how... Come on. Sorry, Ross likes to get under the blankets. The neighbor that was like, I was outside doing stuff and I smelled like a pot roast or something. Was it a pot roast, he said, or a pork butt? I can't remember what exactly he was saying that he smelled. Whatever it was that, right? And I was just like, that is horrifying. I have never, knock on damn wood, don't want to either. Um, I've never smelled a dead body when burning or whatever. Um, I don't want to either. But everyone kind of describes it, hey Carol, as that, right? And so that's where I'm just like, I can't. So the neighbors a pig roast. Oh my god, my mom just bought a couple of things to do barbecue with, and now I'm not gonna even be able to. I'm gonna think of that when I'm eating it. Um, I forgot about that. And Ed says, I love when you said he shouldn't that he should have asked the cops. And I go, am I in trouble? So the phone call that he did to the cops when he was getting ready to be taken in, I mean, y'all, that right there, I was like, please. He gets sentenced in March, so it's coming up. And I think it's like a guaranteed, I mean, life without parole or something like that. But when he called up, they're like, is everything okay? Something wrong? My house is slowly being surrounded by cops. And I'm just like, dude. I mean, come on, right? I felt so bad for Kat in that moment because she had to have been, honestly, she had to know, right? I mean, she can't be, it all had to be coming together because from what I've heard, correct me if I'm wrong, she is like into true crime. And so when it all started like adding up, she was like, oh my God, like I'm in one of the things that I watch. You know what I'm saying? I can. So for anybody just joining, what we're doing is we're reading through the comments on my Chandler Halderson video and just like, having conversation about it, that kind of thing. The pinned comment in this chat is a link to the actual video on my other channel as well as to my other channel. Welcome to the Damn Sofa Squad. I'm going to keep reading through here. Okay. This person says this, and I agree with this too. It always amazes me. What are these killers thinking that in this day and age, people will accept that somebody just disappeared with our technology of surveillance cell phones, or are they just plain stupid? I mean, amen. This is the whole thing. If somebody can get away, like legit, and I'm sure people do, right? If someone can legit get away with murder of some kind in this day and age, they're good, right? Because there are video cameras everywhere. But what do they all do? They run to Walmart to buy the ingredients for it or whatever, the kit, whatever they need. And I'm just like, why? Like, that's the most on video kind of place you can go to. Like, why? They drive on the freeway, to go things. I'm like, you're all on video there. I'm just like, come on. Chandler went and bought the tarp and stuff like that. It wasn't at Walmart, but it sounded like their version of something like that. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, all up on video doing that. Can we talk about the fireplace footage? That was so creepy seeing that play. So what I'm talking about, remember how the people across the pond, their video cameras caught the fire going at nighttime? And remember in the interview, he's like, yeah, I was like, I think, well, he was so wishy-washy. He was at one point literally just making stuff up along the way, right? Because it was like he just had given up, I think. But he was like trying to say like he'd either gone to sleep or he had done this or played games all night. But that video had the fireplace going and like you could see it kind of like roaring. And then to know that it was like, first of all, he got it so hot that it was like melting, like messing the fireplace up, right? That part, it turns my stomach. I haven't moved past. I love barbecue, and now it's like I haven't gone past that. I mean, I really haven't. He might have ruined that for me for like a couple of weeks. Okay, here we go. We're gonna keep reading. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So this person says this. I was recently watching one of my fave channels on YouTube, and Nick, the host, actually had Andrew Smith on as a guest, and it was super sad but very interesting as well. He mentioned that Chaz had been telling him and other friends that he wanted to break up with Kat, and there's that, and I'm just like, oh my God. I mean, she's lucky. She's lucky she's alive, honestly. He's making this up as he goes, 100%. So let's talk about, so remember how he was like always taking little things away from other people to make his own and get attention? So for example, remember how when his brother Mitchell was like got the diabetes thing, went in the hospital, and he got all that attention, and then all of a sudden, what's his name? Chandler has a little spill, I 100% think Chandler just probably placed himself on the end of the stairs or made himself slip down there or something like that. I do not believe that he fell down the stairs and hurt himself and at all. Now, it wasn't like his uncle a diver, a scuba diver, or something like that, so he got that story from there. I mean, literally, he stole everybody else's stuff and made it his own. But again, like I said in the video, when you meet these people who make up every aspect of their life and embellish this stuff and like this grandiose type thing, this is what they do. It's blows my mind, because I'm just like, do they not think they'll get caught? I mean, I guess not. And I'm sorry, but we're going to revisit this since this is alive and we can kind of talk a little bit more freely here. I still haven't gotten past this part. Okay, so you know how they were talking to his friend, like towards the end, where they were like, talking to like the people who knew him, like his girlfriend from way back when, and then friends and stuff. And they were talking about how, the diving stuff. And that one friend was like, well, yeah, he was telling me about how, he would find stuff on the dives. And then he was like, and I don't know if he said he brought it to him, but he said that he found an adult toy, a pink adult toy. And I was like, hold on, just hold on here for a second. We know that's a lie, right? We know he wasn't even doing that. I can't remember. Y'all help me out. Did he actually bring the adult toy and be like, I found this? Because either way, I was like, why would you? Where did he get it? We know he didn't get it from diving. So where did it come from? Why would you tell somebody that? If he's lying about it, why would you make that up? That's so specific. Why would you find that in the water and take it with you? That's even weirder. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't, this is like, yeah, I was like, why would you even touch it? I mean, seriously, let alone then tell people you did. I mean, it's so gross. And I was like, what? I don't, like, what is like all the stuff that comes out of his mouth? I'm like, what is the motivation for it? Because I think everything was done for a certain reason. So I'm like, was he hitting on the dude? Like, I mean, why? Like, I mean, it blows my mind, and I'm just like, but also down to that little detail of like that level of lying. Good night, Anna. Thanks for joining. So that part was totally bizarre to me. Yeah. So let's get right on. This person says it's so eerie how we have no idea what is going on in our neighbor homes. I mean, seriously, there's no telling. I mean, that's the thing, you just don't know. It's scary. It's scary as hell. Thanks for review. The defense sound like children. Yeah, in the beginning when the defense was up there, and again, I'm not sitting here trying to say, because I do believe that everybody needs defense, right? I mean, this is the thing. But some of the defense, and again, I don't know what they had to work with or whatever. She got up there and was like, Chandler was a peaceful, regular kid living at home. And I was like, no, leave that out. Just leave that out. Get up there and tell the defense, tell the jury what their duty is as a jury. Don't say anything. There's some things with defense where I'm like, don't say that. Don't say he is a peaceful, normal kid. We know that's not true. Whether he's guilty or not, right? We know that's not true. So just don't even incite the anger in people of saying otherwise. You know what I mean? So that part just, but I was thankful they didn't say anything during the damn trial. Because it really allowed the story to play out, you know what I'm saying, without any interruption. This person says this, and this might be like, this could be a thing. Okay, oh my God, maybe taking the bodies to the dump would have been better than they may have been located in their entirety. I mean, this is true, right? versus being, what happened, what parents didn't do anything to deserve this. Absolutely, I agree. Hey, Emily. Everybody, welcome our lovely moderator, Emily. I hope you're doing well, Miss Emily. It's good to see you. Hello, Amanda. Okay, I cannot wait for you to cover that. Okay, I'm just going through. This person says this, and I mean, I think we all sit here and can agree with this and whatever. It just blows me away how Chandler. Wait, hold on. It blows me away how Chandler had the audacity to drag these good people in this horrific nature. I 100% agree. 100% agree. And this is where he victimized these people, other innocent people. Throwing his father's body on Chris's property, and poor cat, oh my God, can't even imagine how traumatized she is that she dated this loser monster. This is Joel Guy, Grant Amato 2.0. 100% agree with you. Absolutely. That's the thing that just, again, I'm not going to lie, y'all. When I was doing the research for, oh wait, hold on. We got some breaking news here about something. Let's just, Okay, so if anybody wanted to know, Bob Saget died from a brain bleed after hitting his head. So that's from TMZ. They probably are paying off the damn, people at the hospital. So there you go. Let's get back to our little video thing here. Oh, damn. I got sidetracked and I messed up. That's my fault. Let me get back to the channel. Videos. This thing. This thing. Top comments. Let's go to newest. Let's try that. Okay. I'm back. Sorry. Okay, so then this person writes, the defense had absolutely no chance in hell on this one. I mean, amen, sister. 100%. This person writes, this guy's crazy. I think he got in too deep with his lies. And of course, offing his parents was the best option in his messed up mind. Roscoe, she says she loves you, and he sends that back. Okay, this one's good, y'all. Okay, hold on, let me just see here. Okay, so this person writes, the whole part where the guy says he sees no certificate or admitted to any program, maybe think of Casey Anthony at Universal Studios telling the detectives, I don't work here. Casey had fake coworkers and Zanny the nanny, and Chandler had a whole dang school board. Yet this one, I was like, oh my God, yeah. It was like, first of all, Chandler was like avoiding that moment, right? Because his dad sadly had that moment himself on the phone with a school guy where he was like, oh my God, my son is a pathological liar, right? So there's that. But then remember that moment, remember Casey Anthony when she gets to the place, the cops and everything, and she's just like, okay, so maybe I don't work here. And it's like, honey, you just walked them into the park. I mean, like, that girl was like a grade A liar, right? Chandler was right behind her, but he was clearly not as swift as she was with it or whatever. But it did remind me of that. He definitely had that vibe going. I'm just reading through more comments. For anybody who's just joining, we're reading the comments of my Chandler Halderson video. The link to it is pinned at the top of here, as well as to my main channel. Is that Joe Guy Jr.? Absolutely. Okay, we talked about this one, but I'll reread it again because it's a good comment. The video evidence of the fireplace blazing out of control throughout the night was a total horror show. How does family not know they had given birth to the devil spawn? I mean, seriously. This brings up a thing. It does make me wonder, because remember in some of the emails that his dad was sending him, and he was like, unless you're not telling me everything, hey, Carrie. I was like, because they know that he had a problem with lying, right? I mean, if you're lying about this stuff, you're lying about a lot of little stuff along the way, right? So you could tell that his dad was like, are you being honest? You doing this, do that? So it makes me wonder what kind of BS he drugged them through his entire damn life. I mean, you know. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, let's see. Let's see. I'm just reading. A lot of people that state that it happened and commenting, and again, yeah, when stuff like this happens close to you, I mean, it's that much more awful. Um, this person wrote this: after news broke of the missing couple, the post office did hold their mail when they saw the report. Small town, and I did think that was interesting. I mean, because remember how he's like, "Are y'all holding my mail?" And they're like, "No, we don't do that." Well, I need my medical bills. Please. Can't roll my eyes hard enough. Like he was going to pay that. That's what he's going to go get a job for, right? Well, just go work a few hours and pay him off. He probably thought life worked like the Friends show where you all live in New York and work at a coffee shop and live in like a $10,000 a month apartment, right? Like it's no concept of how anything worked. The whole fact that he's like going down that pipeline, I'm just like, dude, please, whatever. But I did think it was interesting. Part of me that the town was like that, like, oh Lord, they're missing. We'll go on hold their mail. I mean, you know. Again, we have that. We have that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this one I'm going to kind of skim through. The father on the phone was so heartbreaking. It was. I mean, he was coming to a realization on that phone call, and it's just sad because, especially knowing that led to his demise, and that he probably left this earth as a very, very stressed out man. Right? Okay, I watched the trial live, but had to pause for a while after that. You could tell he didn't freak out. Oh, you can't lose it. And call Chandler in and put it on speaker like I probably would have. And that's another good point that she brings up, because imagine if he had done that, like been like, Chandler, come in here. You know what I mean? Like put him on blast or whatever. I mean, maybe they did have this feeling of, this one's a loose cannon. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's see. He just sounded so defeated at the end of the call. It really made it too real hard what his son did. I think he was probably worried that maybe Chazzy was bad into drugs or mentally ill. Probably wondering, are they going to go forward? When I do wonder that, because what kind of lies was he telling? Hey, Leah, yeah, we got the new sofa. It's not really new, but it's it's new to the squad. We ain't seen it here on the channel yet. He Wait, hold on. I want to read it. Clumsy says, hey, Clumsy, how's it going? Andrew said in an interview since the trial that he has actually offered Chandler a job for $18 an hour because Chaz had told him he loves it, but he turned his nose up about it. Oh, he did. He did. That was going to be too not good enough for Chandler. Here's the other thing that blows my mind. Now, I could be just old and not getting internships and stuff, but looking at the stuff that Chandler, I mean, I guess he was trying to play it off, because this alleged internship for $61,000 a year, I'm like, really? That's what, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have like shot a little bit lower than that to make it more realistic, like bordering on unpaid. Like, why not say it was an unpaid internship? That would make more sense, right? And then how long he drugged that part out, and that's the part that I'm just like, surely the dad was catching on to this, right? Or it sounded like the dad was more involved in that whole email stuff of being like, what's up with this? Because of all the stuff, and just like his dad said in one of those emails, I mean, first of all, his dad is oh, excuse me, he's an accountant, right? His dad's gonna know all this BS that he's getting about not getting paid is like, what? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. But then of course, all of that came out once he started relying on that phone call with the school people. Because remember when he was like, "Does the internship on there?" And you could just hear the guy was kind of lost, and he's like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? Like it was, that part was so sad. And Tia Marie says, it do me as well as yeah, I mean, literally, he had himself going to space next week. Had himself going to damn space next week. I just was like, I can't with this kid. So, Yeah, that was a good one. Let me switch back. Please hold. Let's see here. Hold on one second. Please hold. Well, your call is important to us. Okay, so here we go. Um, where did it go? Please continue to hold. Here it is. Okay, here we are. This person's talking about the Joel Guy Jr. That one again. I mean, that I can't get over that one. Um, this person followed it. It was totally gruesome. He's totally evil. It was his choice to go to trials if he would be found not guilty. And I mean, again, do any of us know why he went to trial? Do any of us know this? Why did he go to trial? Because a lot of times I feel like they do it because they're bored or they want to re-victimize people, like get back at people to basically put people through all that torture, right? Because I mean, they had to do all that. And Chris with a colostomy bag. Hey, Mama Shmita, how's it going? What a colostomy bag, even working space. That whole thing when he was in the interview talking to the cops, and he was like, "What was your tantrum about?" He's like, Have you ever your legs? You know, and I was just like, oh my God, knowing he's lying, trying to make the cop feel bad. Have you ever lost your legs? You would have thought they were amputated. You would have thought he was preparing for an amputation the next week. And I absolutely loved after all that evidence, and then they get that doctor up on the stand, and that doctor is basically like, look, we gave him a band-aid and told him to go home. There ain't nothing wrong with him. Um, that neck thing, we give that to anybody who comes in talking about I took a spill. And that's what made those pictures even more funnier where he was at home. And that was like not just, I thought they meant like, a little neck brace. But I mean, this was like almost like he stole one out of the back of an ambulance. I'm like, that right there. That is the kind of thing that they give you when you fell off a mountain, right? And they're just like, look, I mean, we're hoping for the best here, but just put this shit on. you know, two licks and damn prayer, maybe you'll walk again. And he's wearing around the damn house for Sunday dinner. And I'm just like, the drama that he brought that family through, he hammed it up like, Dad, could you get up and give me another soda? I mean, he was just like doing that like for the longest time. Okay, I'm going to keep reading here. Okay, where are we at? This person brings up a damn good point. Okay, so they kind of quote something I said in there, and they're like, "Hey, is this kid stupid or what?" And I mean, and they say something about this later, but I kept calling him a kid too because he's 23, so like he's a young adult, right? But it's just like everything about him comes off as like a disgruntled, like 15-year-old. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh my God. Hello, Sandy. Welcome to the damn sofa. I hope you're doing good. Hey, Living Free, it's good to see you. The RV is at the other property. We're stationary right now. We got new sofa set up over here. Oh, okay. So this person says the whole world has been doing Zoom meetings for the past 2 years, and a high tech company like SpaceX won't do a Zoom interview as a normal course of business. I mean, amen. This is the part that just blows my mind. It's like if you look at all the email evidence that he went back and forth with, we get the school, right? Even though I'm like, I'm sorry, I've gone through this with schools. It's not that serious. But the internship thing that he was going to be doing, so the SpaceX thing, let me just keep it all going on one little thought here. Yes, he's like, oh, I can't go down there because the doctor said I can't drive and I can't fly and I can't do this and do that. And I'm just like, and so you just can't get a job and your life's over. I mean, that's the thing where, and like they said, it doesn't make sense, right? This whole thing with his, internship, it gets to a point where it's just, if I was his dad, oh, I would have been picked the phone up. been like, what in the hell? I mean, everyone he dealt with changed plans on him at the last minute. And at a certain point, I'm like, this is illegal. What he is claiming that this internship job thing is doing, right? Um, so there's that. Then they say, or two, do a Zoom for him because of his injuries. Shoot, it gives SpaceX a disability hire. Amen. Um, looks good for him. Also, he's building the rocket. Most tech jobs let you sit all day. His legs don't have to work. I thought the prosecutor was fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Another one about I think the girlfriend's lucky she got out alive 100%. I need to. So here's another one about the father. So just tragic, and hearing his dad's voice when he realizes is heartbreaking. He fooled so many people that I think will never be the same. When I realized this person's kind of going into a personal thing here, but yeah, it's completely sad, 100%. Another thing saying that Chandler's uncle gave him the advice to go do the ring bell stuff with the neighbors. Um, This person says psoriasis and a bloody nose, and they never cleaned up any of this gushing blood. What a moron! 100%. When they were talking about the blood stuff, he came up with stuff right away. Mom gets bloody noses. So the car trash. That's a word we are like adopting from this damn trial. Car trash, because he's just like, well, I mean, well, yeah, there's gonna be some bloody rags. When he was talking about his own foot, just get him rags and cleaning it up and soaking the blood up. And that's from like, do you know that you're caught? Like, it's so obvious, right? I just whatever. Anyways. Yeah, I think we actually went through and read all the damn comments. Wait, hold on. Oh, thank you. Cool. Um, wait. This person says this. I need my medical bills. For what, Chandler? He told cops that he wasn't swimming right away on account of him throwing a tantrum. That Kat's mom and her girlfriend saw him. He kept playing it off as he just keeps getting screwed over. What bad thing is going to happen to him next? Yeah, and that's the whole thing. It was so weird. How he was like seeing this over at the farm, at the barn throwing a tantrum, and they were watching him, and that's when he went to, well, it was about my legs, and they were just going to stand there and watch me. And I'm like, do you not think they've talked to these people? Or they're going to. I mean, that's just, again, it honestly pisses me off. Let's see. While you're thinking, and that's it. Yeah, yep. So yeah, so we've kind of gone through all the comments. A lot of them are like repeating stuff we've talked about, so I won't rehash them or whatever. So there's that. So that's it. That was fun. I appreciate it. I hope y'all are doing well. I am going to get ready to get up. I have to go back to work tomorrow. Yay! Um, so if you won't go watch the Barry video, we'll do another thing on that because some of the comments in that one are good. I want to go over those. I like doing I like obviously trying to respond to all the comments, but then I like being able to sit down here with y'all and go over them like this when I can. I try and line it up to do it after the video because then it doesn't really matter. Not matters, but it's weird if it's too far out. So there's that. Anyways, thank you for joining, everybody. Thank you for the super chats, and thank you for being here and hanging out and talking and all that fun stuff. Everyone give Emily a round of applause for being here. We do appreciate you, Emily. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying warm up north. And that's it. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see my Sofa Squad later, alligators.